Russia's current climate for gay couples continues to get worse, especially considering the fact that politicians are proposing new legislation that would restrict their freedom even further in the country. Now, according to the Daily Beast, members of the lower house of the Russian parliament, or Duma, considered a new bill banning homosexuals from public displays of affection. They would be fined for kissing in the street or holding hands on the subway. Homosexuality, the bill's authors contended, is a Western ideology planted in the minds of Russia's young people in order to reduce the country's population.
Okay, I mean, you want to talk about crazy conspiracy theories, but people really believe this, right? So they think the West got together. They're like, how do we screw over Russia? Oh, I got it. Well, how about we say like being gay is awesome? They all, because we said it, they'll all start having gay sex. Okay, that's an interesting theory, right? And then they won't have any more kids, and they won't be able to defeat our armies. I mean, the fact that they have nuclear weapons is kind of problematic to this whole conspiracy, right? But if we just turn them gay, well, yeah, we got you. You know who they sound like? They sound like Boko Haram. Boko Haram means Western education is sinful, right? Is evil. And here's, some members of the Russian Duma saying Western education is evil, at least to homosexuality, and it's a conspiracy.
Well, I think that this is a perfect example of what happens when you're ignorant. Ignorance spreads fear, it spreads hatred, and that's exactly what's happening in Russia. They don't understand what it means to be gay, why people are gay, and how sexuality is not like this contagious thing, right? Like you don't take a gay person and then they sprinkle, magic potion on someone, and then all of a sudden they magically become gay. And by the way, if this is like a Western thing, then, by the way, a Western thing that we're like imposing on Russia, aren't there gay people in the West as well? Like in the Western countries?
Oh no, we accidentally imposed it on ourselves.
It's just so stupid, right? And the thing that makes me depressed about this story is that, look, it's laughable and it's fun to, poke fun at them. But people are being impacted by this so much. There was one gay club in Russia that was popular and very tolerant, obviously, of, different people with different sexualities. And they shut down. They just decided, you know what, we're dealing with too much harassment. We're going to shut this club down. We're going to open up a different club in a different area that will be tolerant toward gay couples, but we don't want it to be known as a gay club. These crazy people are winning in Russia right now. And it's depressing because it shows you that society can progress, but society can certainly regress, and that's what's happening here.
Yeah, and now you got people in the article talks about this on the Daily Beast, yelling at their neighbors, like, oh, they caught them hugging, like, wow. And they're like, police, come here, I found that, and then the F words, whatever that is in Russian, right? And so it's really gotten to be a very, very ugly state of affairs at this point. And this constant propaganda, and once again, as always, projection, right? They say, oh, the Western's doing propaganda to turn us gay. When in reality, these guys are doing the propaganda to actually bash gays. Now, luckily, in this particular bill, they lost, okay? And which is surprising but good news, right? They were not able to pass this bill. And they think one of the reasons might be that actually a lot of the people in power and that are really wealthy in Russia might also either be gay or know people who are gay. You know why? Because a certain percentage of every country is gay. So, of course, somebody's going to have a family member who's gay. So the powerful people were like, no, let's keep, Putin wants to use it as propaganda, go ahead. But no, I don't want you to arrest me or my son or my daughter because they were holding hands in public. This has gone too far.
Exactly. And by the way, I don't remember reporting on the story, which is why I want to mention it now. Back in 2013, Putin not only signed into law that legislation that would ban gay propaganda, he also signed into law legislation that would prevent the adoption of children who need to be adopted by gay family members, right? So if it's a gay couple looking to adopt, they won't be able to do it in Russia. However, if you're a Western country that's tolerant of gay marriage or gays in general, well then we're not going to allow you to adopt our children either. Good job, because those kids who need to be adopted are better off in a foster system or whatever system they have in place.
Yeah. And as always with the right wing anywhere, it's true here in the U.S., it's true in Russia, which is, we can't have people talking positively about being gay because if you allow people to be gay, then of course everybody would be gay, right? No, that's not an of course for everybody, but for the right wing, it's always like, come on, I mean, if you let me be gay, of course I'd be into dudes, right? everywhere across the world, and it's also true of the Muslim world too. They're all convinced that if you let people be gay, well, of course they'd be gay. Gee, I wonder what's in your head.